Hello, Gaffney Lane. Welcome to our overview of the Second Step Elementary Digital Program. We know last year we were introduced to Second Step in general, however, we used the hard copy kit, and this year we're going to be using the digital all access curriculum. We can use the program online or print out the lessons as we go. Today we're going to overview the program and look at the units. If you need more help getting set up, please don't hesitate to reach out to Amy Green or Lucas Anderson, and we will support you. We know the Second Step Elementary Digital Program is a universal or Tier 1 classroom-based social-emotional learning curriculum that's for kindergartners through 5th grade. It provides common social-emotional skills, language, and strategies. Teachers can access the program online and lead students through lesson presentations as a class or print out the activities. The lessons address the core competencies of evidence-based SEL programs in a developmentally appropriate sequence in which skills build on each other to maximize student learning and transfer. As we go through this overview, feel free to skip around to the information you need. We want to take a quick look at what this means for you in our variety of roles, in our classrooms and in our shared areas in the school. For those of us who will be teaching lessons, you can see here that there are a total of 20 lessons per grade level, designed to be taught once a week throughout the year. For grades, kindergarten and first, lessons will take about 15 to 20 minutes to complete. For second through fifth, 20 to 25 minutes and sometimes up to 30. Those lessons could be split across 2 different days if needed or incorporated throughout the school day. Lessons are also accompanied by daily practice activities that take about 7 to 10 minutes each, and many of those are useful as transition activities or other warm-ups or cool downs. We really want to make a point about SEL or social emotional learning being a school-wide effort. Using Second Steps is purposeful because the skills and strategies are a foundation and will build a common language that we can use throughout the school to support students' social emotional development. And as each of us support our students' understanding and growth in these areas by modeling the skills ourselves and then reinforcing students' use of the skills, we'll continue to learn SEL and develop the supported system that we need to make sure our students feel care, connected, and a community. Because we all have an important role to play in setting and practicing school-wide norms for SEL, we want to make sure everyone's familiar with the concepts and skills that the program teaches. You can see this brief overview that the program has 4 units. These units are consistent across grade levels. They're titled Growth Mindset and Goal Setting, Emotional Management, Empathy and Kindness, and Problem Solving. The concepts addressed in each unit are based on what's developmentally appropriate for each grade. Unit 1, which we will start with the second week of school after our week of community building lessons, is Growth Mindset and Goal Setting. It teaches students about growth mindset strategies and provides opportunities to practice and apply growth mindset through activities, several of which are organized around goal setting and achievement. Students will learn about their brains and how they can grow and how they adapt when they tackle new challenges or try hard or practice their skills. A growth mindset is an important skill to establish early in the year to help students persevere through challenges and welcome mistakes like we've been talking about. It also helps us identify and achieve goals and gain confidence as we learn. The second unit, which we will get to later in the fall, is about emotional management. Teaching children to recognize and identify emotions helps them to better regulate their own emotions and identify how others are feeling. Teaching emotional management skills can lead to improved attention, motivation, and academic performance. Strong emotional management skills are also associated with other social emotional competencies, like goal setting and empathy. In this unit, students will learn and practice strategies to identify and calm strong feelings. They'll build their emotional vocabulary, practice identifying their own and others' emotions, and recognize the importance of labeling and managing emotions. In Unit 3, we'll address empathy and kindness. Empathy is the ability to feel how someone else is feeling, and it's linked to a diverse set of pro-social behaviors, including helping, comforting, and cooperating with others. Empathy can also help children regulate aggression and other not so helpful behaviors. This unit teaches students the importance of empathy, and it provides a variety of activities in which students can contextualize clues and take perspective and have empathy for others while building positive relationships. Students will also explore the many ways we can give and receive kindness, the impact of kindness on emotions and relationships, and how we use empathy to know when and how to show kindness. Finally, in Unit 4, students will learn a step-by-step problem-solving framework that builds on emotion management and perspective-taking skills. Being able to engage effectively in interpersonal problem solving helps children choose pro-social solutions to their problems. Students who know how to respond to common problems help create a safer, more respectful school climate where everyone can learn and succeed. Based on research on effective patterns of thinking, students are taught how to help themselves feel calm before following the STEP problem-solving process, STEP, or say the problem, think of solutions, explore the outcomes, and pick a solution. These steps lead students through constructive thought processes to help them manage problems, weigh outcomes, and consider all parties in interpersonal conflicts. Oh, sorry, that slide's kind of messed up. Now we'll take a deeper look at the skills that are taught across each of the units. You'll see also on this resource page where you found the link to this video, a link to the specific lesson titles in the grade that you're teaching. Go ahead and take a moment to look at that sequence and scope. You can see in the pacing guide that there's a room to put dates. Those are the anticipated dates or weeks that you'll teach each of those lessons within a unit. Please take some time today and map out the weeks for those lessons. We understand things happen, but in general, we want to make sure we can have a consistent pacing across the school within the units. In your review of the pacing guide, you might have noticed that the last unit in each is a performance task. This lesson is intended for students to apply their knowledge from the unit and show evidence of their learning. Performance tasks also offer students a way to creatively showcase their learning. For example, at the end of the Unit 1 kindergartners will use their skills of paying attention and using growth mindset language to help them learn a rhyme with movements. Third graders will demonstrate what they've learned about empathy in Unit 3 by creating kindness coupons for people they care about. And after finishing Unit 4, fifth graders use the 4-step conflict resolution process to solve common interpersonal problems. As you remember, or maybe don't remember, from our original introduction to the second step program, the CASEL competencies help us navigate our differences, appreciate one another's perspectives, act with empathy and compassion in our day-to-day lives. Second steps specifically addresses all of these core tenets, including identity, agency, and belonging. All right, so what do you need to know to get started, and where do we go from here? The great thing about the elementary digital program is that we have access to the program online. You'll find everything you need to learn about the program. There's incorporated training and overviews. It'll help you set up a class, prepare lessons, teach lessons, and then facilitate the daily practice. There's also the way to assess progress at the end of each unit and reinforce the learning throughout the year. The program also includes some extras called brain builders and reinforcement strategies. Now we're going to listen to a video that walks us through the second step program. If you're not interested in the video, go ahead and skip forward about 7 minutes and 50 seconds.
Hello, Hello, welcome to Second Step Elementary. This video will introduce you to our website. We'll go over how to set up and navigate the site so you can find everything you need to teach this curriculum. Let's get started. Once you get your email to join Second Step Elementary, you'll need to create an account. If you already have one, log in with your email and password. To create a new account, follow the prompts in your welcome email or go to secondstep.org and select Create Account. Complete the fill-in forms, then select Submit. You're now logged into your Second Step account. The first thing you'll see is your dashboard. This is your personalized, at-a-glance control center. You'll land here every time you log in. You can always navigate back to your dashboard by selecting the S icon in the upper left-hand corner of your screen, no matter where you are on the site. Kit activation refers to physical curriculum in a box resources. If you have a physical program, please check out that program's instructional video for more information. This video covers the digital program only. To access your Second Step Elementary resources, you'll need to first select which grade level you'll be teaching. For elementary, choose kindergarten through 5th grade. Next, you'll need to create your classes. Select the grade you'll be teaching, enter your class name, and select Create a Class. Leave the dates and license information as they are. In most cases, they'll be filled in automatically. If you need to add more classes, you can do that here, or you can add them in your dashboard. Once you've created classes, you can view program content and teach the lessons. Select a class to access your Teach page. Here's where you can find all your classes, plus additional program supports, which are in the menu above My Classes. It's also where you can edit class names. Now let's look at the lessons. You can access Second Step lessons from your Teach page or from your dashboard. Each grade of Second Step Elementary is divided into 4 units. You can select and explore them all from this page. Each unit contains 5 lessons, and they're designed to build on each other. You can see general unit information at the top of the page, including a link to the unit plan, and the lessons are below. To get the best outcomes for your students, teach the lessons in order, 1 per week, and be sure to include the performance task, which is the last lesson in each unit. This is an opportunity for students to tie all the unit lessons together, and it gives everyone an opportunity to see their progress. Now let's explore the lessons. Secondstep.org will automatically expand the lesson section for the next lesson to be completed in that unit. From here, you can preview or play the lesson presentations. These are what your students will see. In the lesson section, you'll also see the lesson plan, prep and extend, and any handouts for download. To review or teach a different lesson, simply select the caret next to the lesson title to expand that lesson section. Selecting Preview lets you scan the content without affecting your progress, and you can use interactive features without changing their status for your students. When you're finished previewing, simply close your browser tab to return to the class page. Previewing each presentation is a key step in lesson planning. You'll also need to pre-read the lesson plan and prep and extend, then download and print any student handouts that come with the lessons. Lesson plans, like this one, contain everything you need to teach a lesson, including objectives, scripting, and approximate pacing for each screen and activity. You'll see an image of each screen in the presentation with your script in bold and teaching instructions in plain type. Anticipated student responses are written in italics. The Prep and Extend offers guidance for lesson planning, tips for supporting your students, and nice-to-have information for extra context. You'll also find ideas for daily practice activities which reinforce the skills your students are learning outside of the lessons. Be sure to download any handouts that come with the lessons. These can be printed or sent to students electronically. All in all, you can expect to spend about 10 to 15 minutes of planning time for each lesson. When it comes time to teach the lesson, simply select Teach and you'll launch the presentation. Be sure to select full screen mode to help your students stay focused, and use the Next button to navigate through slides. It's important to teach all components of each lesson in order because lessons are carefully crafted to quickly engage students and build their social emotional skills. Also, encourage active participation so your students will get the most from their second step experience. And that's it. When you complete the final screen in the presentation, select Mark Lesson Done, and then select Exit. Next, you'll automatically arrive back at your class page and your progress will register in real time. If you leave a lesson presentation unfinished, you'll see an option to resume. And you can always review a lesson you've completed if you want a refresher. We've also created additional resources to support your students. Find media and resources from the Lessons in the Activities tab. Explore the Training tab to learn more about the program, teaching guidelines, and performance tasks. And Program Supports offers classroom strategies and materials for engaging families. Finally, we have the Principal Toolkit. It contains tools, checklists, and guides to support planning and school-wide implementation for both in-person and hybrid learning. We also provide resources to help you monitor and reinforce social-emotional skills at home and outside the classroom. If at any time you have questions, select the Help and Support tab on the right side of your screen. For help, search our FAQ articles or contact us directly. We also invite you to share suggestions in our feedback portal. We're always eager to hear from you. Thanks for watching. We hope this has prepared you to navigate the Second Step program.
All right, that was a general overview. So our next steps are to have you set up a class, review the unit, and preview a lesson. Be sure you prep and are ready to teach Unit 1, Lesson 1, the second week of school. Other non-classroom teacher staff members should be ready to model and reinforce the skills taught in the lesson. As a staff, we know we've been doing SEL work for a long time. We've chosen this program so that we can further develop a common language, skills and strategies to help students build a growth mindset, recognize, name, and manage their feelings, practice empathy and kindness, and solve problems effectively. We're going to start one step at a time. All right, we're going to review Lesson 1. This Lesson 1 review goes over Lesson 1 and how to set it up. If you're not interested in reviewing this at this time, you can skip ahead 7 minutes and 20 seconds.
Hello, welcome to Second Step Elementary. As you may know, your school is teaching social emotional skills using the Second Step curriculum. This is a school-wide initiative. Even if you don't teach Second Step lessons directly, you still have a role to play, given that a lot of education happens outside of the classroom. We know students are most successful with these lessons when every adult in the building helps reinforce the concepts and skills your students are learning. Research shows that students who gain social emotional skills persevere through setbacks, are more collaborative, develop better relationships, and achieve greater success. At school, students experience fewer conflicts, cause less disruption, and experience less emotional distress. The result is a positive learning environment for educators and students alike. This video prepares you to support your students through Second Step Elementary. As you watch, think about ways you can help students practice their skills throughout the day. We'll also offer specific and practice their skills. We know that students with a growth mindset do better in school and are less likely to show aggression. Second Step lessons teach age-appropriate skills that students practice and build on kindergarten through 5th grade. Kindergartners begin by practicing strategies for paying attention so they can learn and stay safe. They learn how to turn toward a speaker, watch, listen carefully, and think carefully about what they're paying attention to. First graders expand on these skills by also learning to manage distractions. These strategies are the building blocks for developing a growth mindset as kids learn how to get better at new skills with practice and effort. Here's a way you can support younger students. When they pay attention, celebrate their achievement. And if they seem fidgety or unfocused, remind them how and why it's important to focus. Kindergartners through 2nd graders next encounter 2 foundational concepts for a growth mindset: mistakes and practice. As your 2nd graders will tell you, mistakes tell us something is not working. The idea that mistakes are normal and that everyone makes them is crucial for building a growth mindset. It invites kids to keep trying and practicing their skills without getting negative or self-critical. Younger students will also learn to notice their thoughts and discover that they can change them. They'll practice replacing unhelpful thoughts with helpful ones. Here's another tip for helping your students. If you see a child struggling, celebrate their effort. Encourage them to keep trying or to try a new way. It's practice and hard work that help us get better at things. This is a good opportunity to address unhelpful thoughts as well. If a child says, "I can't do this," help them to replace their unhelpful thought with a helpful one. Tell them, "You can't do this yet," so they persevere and don't give up. 3rd graders begin Unit 1 with a lesson about their brain. They see how practice literally changes their brain, strengthening pathways and creating new networks, which is how we improve our skills. For example, when we practice shooting a basketball, the brain creates new networks to connect vision, movement, and balance. Practice makes these networks stronger, and we get better at making a shot. You can participate here by celebrating kids for strengthening their pathways when they practice and don't give up. 3rd graders next move on to practice planning. A practice plan is a set of actions to help you get better at something. 3rd graders will decide on a skill they want to improve, and they'll make a plan to practice. They'll also identify a different approach if they feel stuck. For example, trying a new way or asking for help. So, when you see your 3rd graders a few weeks from now, ask what they've decided to practice, and help them remember alternative strategies if practice isn't doing the trick. 4th and 5th graders take practice planning to the next level. They move on to goal setting. Students will select specific, challenging, but doable goals and create a plan to achieve them. This involves breaking them down into individual actions, checking progress, and deciding how to get help or how to make changes if they hit roadblocks. Research shows that when students can set and achieve goals, they become more self-reliant, enjoy better relationships, show increased empathy, and behave more cooperatively. This sets them up for success at school and in life. Here's another way to reinforce 2nd step skills. When you see older students, ask about their goals and the actions they've planned to achieve them. If you notice someone having trouble, Remind them that they can always change their plan or ask for help to overcome a roadblock and get back on track. Now let's go over how you can help. Have you seen students so frustrated they want to give up? Maybe it was in the gym, on the playground, in the lunchroom, or in a hallway. Those are all times you can make a difference. In the coming weeks, practice the tips we suggested. Use the vocabulary words and growth mindset concepts your students will learn. And think about other ways to reinforce the lessons. Based on our research, we recommend these best practices. Model the skills from the lessons. For example, let students hear you get frustrated, but keep trying, since that will strengthen the pathways in your brain. Notice and celebrate when students use their new skills. And remind them what to do when they get stuck. Remember, everyone has an important role in preparing our students to get the most out of school and life. The skills they learn in Second Step Elementary can help them become caring, confident, and capable learners now and in the future. Thank you for watching this Unit 1 overview. We'll see you at the start of Unit 2.
All right, everybody, that is it for our introduction to Second Steps Digital. Thank you for your time and attention. Please go back and review the video as needed as you set up your classroom online and review Unit 1. Please also remember week 1 of school is devoted to the community building unit that was on our separate SEL document. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. And as always, your feedback is welcome. Thank you.